Verse 13. He said, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? So he asked his disciples, what are people saying about me? Who do they say that I am? What are they saying? They said some say that you're John the Baptist. Some say you're Elias. Others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. And then he asked them, and he said, who do you say that I am? Of course, Simon, always quick to speak, spoke up, and he said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Amen. There's only three things that you can consider about Jesus or think about Jesus, about who he was. Number one, he was either crazy, he was a lunatic. Number two, he was a liar. Or number three, he is who he said he was, and he's the Son of God. Right. That's only three conclusions you can draw about who Jesus is. So in verse 13 through 20, Jesus confirms with the disciples who he is. They know who he is, and he confirmed with them that that's who he was. He's God. Verse 21 through 23, he confirms why he came into this world and why he was here. He began to tell his disciples, look, I got to go to Jerusalem. I'm going to suffer many things, and I'm going to die and be raised again. And Peter took him and said, look, he started to chastise him basically. And Jesus said, look, you don't know what you're talking about. I've got to die, and I've got to be buried, and I've got to rise from the dead. And Peter, they didn't want nothing to do with that. But he confirmed with them why he came. He didn't come to set up a kingdom in this world at that time. He came to die. And then in these verses we're looking at here in verse 24 through 28, Jesus confirms what is necessary to follow him. What is necessary for us to follow him? Following Jesus. If you're going to follow somebody, to follow means that you are in submission. What did he say? If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So if you're going to follow means to be in submission. That's right. He said you have to come after, not before. John the Baptist was preaching, and they said, are you the Christ? Are you the one that's supposed to come? He said, there's one coming after me whose shoe latchet I'm not worthy to unloose. Right. And John said, I must decrease and he must increase. Amen. A lot of people want to exalt themselves. That's right. It's sad to say a lot of preachers do that. They get a pretty good sized congregation, they get a good group of people following them, and then they think they're somebody. That's right. We're trash. Yeah. If we got what we deserve, we'd be in hell. Amen? That's right. But we got mercy. We didn't get justice, we got mercy. And we got grace. Amen? And if you're going to follow Jesus, or if you're going to follow anybody, you got to be submitted, and being submitted, he said you got to come after, not before. Right. We don't like the word submission, but it's in the Bible. Yeah. Not only that, it means you're going to be not only in submission, but you're going to have subscription, or you're going to be in agreement with. He said if you're going to follow me, you got to come after me. Then, in other words, you got to agree with it. You know what? That's what fellowship means. It means to be together with. Same thing as follow. We're going to walk in the same way. That's what the word means, to be in the same way with. Yeah. If we're going to be in the same way with somebody, we've got to be in agreement with them. Amen. Not only that, but if you're going to follow, you got to be self-assured. You got to be sure. What did he say? If any man will come after me. Will. It's a choice. He don't force anybody to follow him. He don't force people to get saved. Once you get saved, he don't force you to follow him. So following means that you'll be self-assured. You'll know in whom you have believed. Amen. That's what Paul said. I know in whom I have believed. There are different kinds of people that we could call followers. Different types or different kinds of people or followers. Number one, you've got the casual follower. Casual means without definite or serious intention. Those who follow the Lord at times schedule, but then they drift back and forth. They're inconsistent believers. The casual follower. Without definite intention. They're not serious about serving the Lord. These people are what I like to call social believers. They're only interested in their social status. You take a big name preacher or a big name church. Well, we want to join that church so we can be associated with that crowd and have a social standing. Yeah, where do you go to? Well, we go to that church. And so that's the casual follower. They're in and they're out. They're not serious. And they're only interested in their social status. The casual follower.